Hey guys, so this video is mostly going to be a viewer request video. I took this out to the range and I wasn't planning on making an actual video on it, but since I've gotten a couple requests on it, I figured I would. So this is the Colt AR15A4 that I've picked up. I was only able to get out and shoot 100 rounds over Memorial Day weekend, and but the gun shot great. It's a typical Colt. I did shoot some steel cased, shot about 20 rounds of steel case, and of course the Colt had no issues with it. And it actually, yeah, I'll put a picture, and it's this stuff my buddy got. It's called the cheapest ammo or something like that, LLC. It's Russian made, but it's not Tula. I don't know who makes it. One of them Russian companies, but so as expected, it shot good, 100 rounds. I didn't have any pins walking on me. I had zero issues with it. Let's see here once we open this up. As you can see, the buffer looks good. That's not chewed up. As you can see, there was no issues with it. I mean, it was only 100 rounds, but and when I shot that steel case, I looked over at my buddy and I was like, yep, that's why I buy Colt. Because I've bought a lot of PSAs over the years, and I don't currently have any. And with PSA, it's hit or miss if they'll shoot steel. Mostly they won't. At least that was my experience with them. The only other AR that I've had that shot steel case ammo reliably was Smith & Wesson. So anyways, let's get to some things that I've done to this. So as you can see, I've took away the ambidextrous safety to just put a standard safety on it, because I wanted to turn this into an M16A4 clone. And those even M16A4s that you find now in the military don't really have those. So this is a Schmidt safety, but as you can see, it's got play in it, which actually bugs me. So I may replace this here soon. Just wanted to put that out there that the Colt safety did not do that. This is straight up an aftermarket safety. So yeah, but that does bug me. So I may change that out. The only other thing that I've added was the mag pouch and the sling. I got both of these from Spectre Gear. It's a 2-point sling, and Spectre Gear still has military contracts and made most of the slings back in early 2000s for the military. The other things I did was I did add the surplus buttstock on here. I think it looks decent, and the surplus grip as well, just to add some surplus stuff onto it. That's all. And then my CAC rail. But yeah, it shot real good. Take a look at the bolt carrier group. After about 100 rounds, there's like no wear on it, as to be expected. But I figured I'd break out the Colt and do a video, since people were asking about how it shot, if I shot it and stuff. This gun does have all the cage codes on it. And like I said, Colt did have with FN M16A4 contracts just last year, possibly still producing some of the contracted M16A4s for foreign governments. Okay, so one thing I did want to mention as regards to this lower receiver here. So apparently there's two different, Colt is making two different A4s right now. I'm not sure why, but they are. So one is CR6700A4, and the other one is just AR15A4. I assume those are the stock numbers. So if you go to buy if you want to buy one of these Colt AR15A4s, and you don't want the carbine marked lower, you have to make sure you get model number AR15A4. If it says, if the gun you're looking at says CR6700A4, it'll come with the standard lower. That's marked carbine. Now, I personally don't care. Like I said, I paid $9.50 for this. So I do know Brownells just had a bunch of them in, and I believe those were AR15A4s, marked AR15A4. I think those were only like $11.50. But either way, I really don't care about this mark here that says carbine. First of all, I think this looks really tight and just good. There's no excess of crap on it. Also, I don't get what people's issue is with this, because it's funny to me that back in like the 80s and 90s, Colt marked their lowers certain ways too. Just stupid stuff like this. And nobody really said anything. And then all of a sudden in 2022, 2021, they started putting carbine back on everything, and everybody lost their minds. In fact, I'm going to try to find it again. There was a video I saw with the guy had a Colt M16A2, or it was a AR15A2, and what was funny is it said Colt A2 carbine. That's all it said, and it was an A2 rifle with a fixed carry handle. So again, it really doesn't bother me to say carbine. I'll save the $300, $250, and just get this. Like I said, I kind of like it. Doesn't matter to me. Still looks very clean, very tight. Like I said, the AR15A4 looks a little, I don't know. It takes the whole side up. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. If I would have known that ahead of time, I might have. No, if I would have known that ahead of time, I probably still would have just got this, because, like I said, $9.50 for a Colt. Everything else on this gun has the correct cage code markings on it. The barrel's marked the correct way. I already showed you the barrel, but I'll see if I can get it in there again. Barrel's marked the same way. I have a C on the carrier, an MPC on the bolt. The original safety was the two-way safety that came with this, and that had a that had a cage code on it. How even my buffer tube, when I changed the stock out, even my buffer tube is marked 13629. So literally everything on this gun is marked Colt, and like I said, Colt just had the contract for the M16A4 for foreign government, so I don't regret getting this. Like I said, it's, the markings on the side, whatever. But I did want to make you aware of that, because I did not know that. And I haven't seen any literature on that too. Actually, I need to... There was a guy that commented that information, and I want to give him a shout out. It's the Colt Resource. He's actually a pretty cool channel. I've watched most of his videos. He is pretty knowledgeable on Colt, and I think he has a website and other stuff too, so you can go check out the Colt Resource page or channel on YouTube and watch his videos. He doesn't have a ton of videos out, he's still working on it, but anyways, go check him out. Very knowledgeable guy. Anyways, I don't want to make this too long. I really just wanted to talk about a few things and just say it was 100% reliable and I had no issues. It's coming up on a year since I started buying Colt rifles, and all my Colt rifles are new production, and I'm going to be making a 1-year video on that here in like 2 months. So I have a lot of stuff to say about these Colts, but I really don't want to say them right now, because I don't want to seem like I'm being repetitive, you know what I mean? So stay tuned for that video. I'll try to get more Colt stuff out, but I'm probably gonna be a little bit limited as far as buying more Colts, at least this year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, and I also mentioned a mark. When on my unboxing video, there was an orange, yellow mark there. Apparently, that's for. Well, it's not there anymore. I got it wiped off. But apparently, that yellow mark was not like a just a blemish or anything. That's a quality control mark that Colt puts on. So that was supposed to be there. So I don't recall that being on the M4A1, but it might have been, and I just missed it. So anyways, if you're interested in buying Colts, keep buying them. They're great guns. Even the new ones, I love the new ones. In fact, I'd rather have these new ones than anything from the 90s that Colt made. Just throwing that out there. With butchered bolt carrier groups and the sear blocks, and you can't even put full auto carriers in a lot of those from the 90s because they have these big sear blocks that stick up in the receivers. So anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. If you do have any Colt questions, let me know. Check out the Colt resource page on YouTube, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Have a good day.